right, thank you, Lox, for joining us.
Yes, sir. Yo.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the Filthy American. What's up with that? How did that come about?
An insane project, man. Filthy America.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. I always forget the underscore, man. And I know y'all be like, yo, 16 years since the day, but it ain't no real reunion thing. Everybody be like, what made y'all come back together? Nah, we've been rocking and rolling forever, man.
Right.
Yeah, and we had so much product that we was like, yo, because we was gonna come another date. And then collectively, along with our partners at Rock Nation, and my brothers was like, yo, let's drop something right now. I remember the day walking in the studio and we all decided that with Chaga and everybody, like, yo, let's give it to him.
Yeah. You guys went from the Bomb Squad to the Warlocks to the Lox. Mm-hmm. I've been friends since high school. How did you guys keep your friendship intact and not bring any beef amongst yourselves out to the public?
G code.
Yeah.
Live by code. I mean, we came in together. We're gonna leave out together. Some things are bigger than a lot of rap artists, a lot of groups. They let money, women, the limelight interfere with what's going on. Mm-hmm. Let break the bond. Of course, we don't agree on everything. Of course, we argue. Of course, we have differences. But that's not for the world to know. That's for us to handle as men and as brothers and keep it moving. I think a lot of people, they let the money fuck it up. I think we didn't.
Mm-hmm. What about male ego though? When it comes to executive decisions, how do you guys split it
we
between?
all respect it. They make it say, yo, Sheik, what the fuck are you doing? Yo, what are you doing? Boom, and I get it. Damn, you're right, bro. Shit, I'm tripping. You know what I mean? And then and stuff we got to do is it's all collective. Styles may have an ill idea how we need to move.
Majority rule.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We just had a situation, a dope situation that we got with a clothing line. I didn't know what was going on, but they already got it in motion. So I'm like, yo, it's not for me to jump out the window and open my mouth until I find out what's happening, until I get in that meeting. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm sure they got everything in best interest.
Right.
And that's what it is. But the mother group sometimes is not in best interest. Mm-hmm. And they moving like that.
Moving funny.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And I mean, in the beginning, you guys, I read somewhere that you guys always called each other up about checking up on your verses, and you guys never quit. Was there any time that one of you guys were like, I can't do this anymore, I want to go and do my own thing and
we all
do
got
something
solo projects
else but music?
I want to quit every week.
You wanted to quit every week?
I want to quit practically every 3 weeks.
Why?
No, you don't. Nah, that nigga, he's
I love
rhyming.
I love rhyming. I love the thing. I just don't like the nature of the business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For the most part, it's it just feels awkward sometimes. But my brothers keep me interested, and I love the craft of it. Right. But sometimes the music business in itself and all the phony shit and the full of shitness and the dick riding and all of that, it gets a bit overwhelming to just want to fucking stick around. Everybody's somebody. You know what I'm saying? Whether you rich, whether you poor, whether you made it, whether you not. And it seems like just in the music industry, it's an abundance of
fuckery.
Full of shit people that's full of fuckery that think because they famous or they have money that makes them better. So that's, But that's why I got my real niggas, and that's what keeps me in line.
Right. And, you guys signed to Rock Nation, obviously, we're here. And prior to
you have a partnership.
I'm sorry. Yeah. And you know what, Kiss, just because you said that, you also said that in 5 years you don't see any labels being around.
Do you?
No.
So
I'll be real, because that was the realest thing that I've heard.
Yeah, the technology takeover is making it's kind of fucking with the record labels. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I see them diminishing in a few years, or making some type of dramatic switch or some shit, something of that nature. Make up a little more.
Antiquated. That's what makes our partnership up here make sense. It's to be with somebody who's moving forward in the game, who's moving forward in life, who sees a vision that's different. If you could just walk in any record label right now, and then walk in Rock Nation and walk in Tidal and just go by the feeling and the movement of what's going on. You know what I mean? So, makes sense.
You guys were the most wanted group in the 90s.
And one of the most respected groups from any
definitely the most loyal.
Yeah. They all talk about us from back then to now. That's why I said in one of the intros, man, any nigga, young nigga, old nigga, anybody can get it. Like, they know, and you gotta mention the locks, period. You hear that, Vlad? Like, it is what it is, man. You gotta mention us, God, period.
Right.
And we was offered, from a lot of respectable CEOs. And
Yeah. Your favorite rappers
producers
tried to get signed us.
They sent over deals, sent over contracts, and sent over things, and we've been making, music. There's been plenty of Locks albums made, to be honest with you, or at least the potatoes of it, but it's just about the situation.
The most controversial one was Suge Knight and Diddy.
Yeah.
Now, at what point, if he's offering you guys, yeah, bring all your friends out, we'll pay for the flights, you go, should I call him and let him know so he can up the price and, a battle like that financial war?
Like that back then? I don't think we was on our BI.
I think it was ruled out on.
They might have paid that shit too.
Yeah, I think we ruled it out because we were such New Yorkers.
Would they have paid it?
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like,
see, I got a question. They might have paid that shit back then. Say we said what you just said, right? But would they have paid it because of our talent, or just so Diddy don't fucking get us?
yeah.
Now we sitting there looking on.
And it's like saying, if you asking the number one draft coming out of New York, the Knicks is about to draft you or the Lakers is about to draft you. You know what I'm saying? You kind of might want to go with the Knicks.
So is it safe to say that like the West Coast, East Coast thing kind of had an impact on your decision making as far as like loyalty to the East Coast?
B.I.G.
Right.
had an impact. Our love in New York.
Our love for New York.
Our mixtape flow. Like, we didn't have that presence out there. We probably could have gained it, but you know what I mean? Our presence here, back then the mixtapes was albums when they was like Bibles back then. So,
Yeah.
I think that was it.
Do you think if Biggie was still alive, do you think the dynamics of who would run music right now would be different?
If Biggie and Pac was alive, definitely the dynamics would be different. Everything's different when someone's there or not there. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can't say how it would be different, but for sure, it definitely would be different.
Right.
How could it not be different? Like, you know what I mean? You have the two guys that was on top of the world, no longer on top of the world. They're not there. Mm-hmm. So if they were still here, of course it would be different in some way. We can't, no one could actually
I think they would have held it.
Yeah, no,
it would have been interesting to see how Big grew as a businessman.
Yeah,
right. That's
like,
what
you get what I'm saying? Because Hov, it seemed like he had that whole smartness with him and the intelligence to move that route. I think Big would have got it.
Hanging with the mafia lately. Big had wild shit, chicken and waffle shits, Big Poppers. He had wild shit that he wanted to do. He didn't even. Big didn't even get to hit his number. Like so.
Right.
I think he was gonna do some incredible shit.
And I seen it. Like with us running around with him, how he was kind of like he had a lot to say at Bad Boy, so I could see that eventually transition.
Being the president or this,
How did you meet Biggie and what was your relationship like with him?
Solid.
Yeah, solid.
Met him in Bad Boy. Met him through Bad Boy.
What was like the most memorable moment?
You got Rick, like when
Every
Rick brought us
time
there,
being with
after we got to Bad Boy to this daddy's house, they was all in there.
He embraced the shit out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, he treated us with open arms. We coming in. First of all, we from Yonkers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's
saying, where the fuck is that?
Saying nothing about Yonkers. It's always Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, et cetera, et cetera. So we from Yonkers. We ill lyricists. This is the Bad Boys at the time. It's practically the Chicago Bulls of rap. Biggie's Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And we coming in and he's treating us with open arms. Like, I just remember him saying, yo.
I'm glad y'all down with me.
I'm glad y'all down with me. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all rhyme. Like, for him to go, no, y'all rhyme. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then anybody who come in, he'd be like, yo, meet my niggas. And then he would not just treat us like that. He treated all our homies like that. Like, whoever was with us three was treated like us. So he showed us class. Like, he showed us class early. And that's class. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even in the gangster world, that takes class because he didn't have to do that. Like, he showed us and schooled us to a lot of shit that he just really didn't have to do. So it kind of was really classy. Like, Big was the one who told us. I remember Big saying, yo, when you meet Busta Rhymes, get your arm right. Like, you know what I'm saying? He gonna give you
the hardest dap.
He gonna give you the hardest dap you ever felt to anybody. And meeting Busta Rhymes got the hardest dap. And so it was like just certain shit, like, you know what I'm saying, that he would school us to and tell us about. That was really dope. Like, you know what I mean? Classy individual.